As the moon cast its glow over the city of Baghdad, a plan was quietly taking shape. This was not just any city, it was a metropolis steeped in history and culture, a jewel of the Middle East. But its tranquility was about to be disrupted by an event that would send shockwaves around the world. On the eve of a war that threatened to change the course of history, the Central Bank of Iraq, a beacon of the nation's economic strength, was about to become the stage for a heist of staggering proportions. As the world watched in disbelief on March 20, 2003, an astonishing $1 billion vanished into the night. The architects of this grand scheme? None other than the infamous Saddam Hussein himself and his heir apparent, Qusay Hussein. Their daring act was a stark demonstration of a regime's desperation and its ruthless determination to hold onto power, even as the specter of invasion loomed larger than ever before. As Baghdad slumbered under the starlit sky, a plan of monumental scale was silently unfolding. The Central Bank of Iraq, the cornerstone of the nation's financial infrastructure, stood unsuspecting of the grand scheme that was about to transpire within its walls. Under the cloak of darkness, 3 nondescript trucks began their journey towards the bank. These vehicles, seemingly ordinary, were about to play a crucial role in what would become the largest bank heist in history. At the forefront of this daring operation was Qusay. As the son of the ruling authority, he wielded immense power and influence, which he was about to use to execute a plan of breathtaking audacity. In his possession was a mandate, signed by President Saddam Hussein himself, authorizing the withdrawal of a staggering portion of the country's financial reserves. This document was more than just a piece of paper. It was a key that would open the doors to the vast wealth stored within the bank's vaults. As Qusay presented the presidential decree, the formidable vault doors of the central bank yielded. What lay behind those doors was a sight to behold. Countless bundles of currency, each meticulously stacked and recorded, a testament to the economic strength of a nation. But this strength was about to be siphoned away in an act of unprecedented greed and desperation. In a meticulously orchestrated operation, the bundles of currency began their journey from the depths of the vault to the waiting trucks. Each bundle that was loaded onto the trucks represented a piece of Iraq's financial strength being chipped away. Despite the enormity of the task, the operation was carried out with military precision and swiftness. As the first light of dawn broke, the trucks, now heavy with $1 billion, disappeared into the morning light, leaving behind an empty vault and a nation on the brink of economic chaos. When the dust settled on the historic heist, $1 billion had vanished from the Central Bank of Iraq, leaving a trail of questions and a sense of disbelief in its wake. The ultimate destination of this vast fortune became a subject of intense speculation and debate. Some suggested that the money was siphoned off to fund a resistance movement, a desperate last stand against the imminent invasion. Others speculated that it was a frantic attempt by the Hussein family to safeguard their wealth, a nest egg for an uncertain future. As the invasion progressed and the country descended into chaos, U.S. forces stumbled upon hidden caches of money. Concealed within the walls of opulent palaces and buried deep beneath the earth were remnants of the stolen wealth from the central bank. These unexpected discoveries offered tantalizing clues about the fate of the stolen money, but they also deepened the mystery. The fate of the stolen money, much like the heist itself, remains shrouded in mystery. Despite the passage of time and numerous investigations, the final chapter of this billion-dollar puzzle remains unwritten. The stolen wealth serves as a stark reminder, a symbol of a regime's desperation and greed. Operation Iraqi Freedom, the codename for the invasion, marked the dawn of a tumultuous era. The campaign, which began on March 20, 2003, was swift and pulverizing. Led by the United States and bolstered by allies like the United Kingdom, the offensive unfolded over nearly a decade. The premise of the invasion was to disarm perceived weapons of mass destruction, sever support to alleged terrorist outfits, and promise liberation. However, the aftermath was mired in controversy following the elusive quest for the purported arms. The world watched as the once formidable regime of Saddam Hussein crumbled under the weight of the coalition's might, marking a significant shift in the region's power dynamics. The mission commenced with a formidable strategy known as shock and awe. This strategy, designed to quickly demoralize the enemy and swiftly end the conflict, saw Baghdad, the heart of Iraq, enduring a relentless aerial barrage. The city's skyline was lit up with the fires of war, and the once bustling streets were silenced by the thunder of bombs. The shock and awe campaign was a stark demonstration of the coalition's military might and a grim harbinger of the violence to come. The end of the invasion did not bring the anticipated peace. Instead, Iraq found itself in a state of turmoil. The absence of a sustainable post-conflict strategy created a power vacuum that was quickly filled by various factions, leading to civil discord and sectarian violence. The situation was further exacerbated by the de-Ba'athification policies, which led to a widespread purge of individuals associated with Saddam Hussein's Ba'ath Party from the public sector and the disbanding of the Iraqi army. This not only deprived the country of experienced personnel, but also fueled resentment and resistance against the new order. The justification and execution of the invasion fueled a diplomatic conundrum, challenging alliances and polarizing global opinion. It was an incursion that redefined power dynamics, spurring the ascension of radical factions, epitomized by the rise of ISIS. Intended as liberation, yet engendering chaos. The invasion sparked a global debate about the legitimacy and consequences of such military interventions. It strained alliances, led to widespread protests, and polarized global opinion. The power vacuum created by the invasion and the ensuing chaos provided a fertile ground for the rise of extremist groups, most notably the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. The legacy of Saddam Hussein's regime is one of missed opportunities and wasted potential. It is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of corruption and misrule on a nation's development and the well-being of its people. In the aftermath of the theft, the reality of the vanished billions from the Central Bank of Iraq presented a complex puzzle. A financial quagmire exacerbated by the enormity of the disappearing state assets amidst the chaos of conflict. The task of reconstructing the financial narrative was a Herculean undertaking. Despite some recoveries, a significant portion of the looted fortune remained shrouded in secrecy, its whereabouts unknown. In the Pandora's box of geopolitics, the fallout from the robbery was profound. Iraq's fiscal disarray created a fertile breeding ground for sectarian conflicts and extremist ideologies. It served as a stark testament to the delicate balance of power and prosperity, and the chaos that ensues when that balance is disrupted. A disruption seen in full force, right over here,